What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House from the DCUO commentary. This video here, I'm bringing you my sorcery loadout guide for DPS and healing. We're going to start off here talking about the best DPS build I've been able to find, judging from some of the players that have helped me out with suggestions and from my own kind of limited experience with sorcery. Right now, you'll see here for my DPS loadout, I am currently spec'd into Weapon of Destiny, Condemn, Vengeance, uh, Circle of Protection, Boon of Souls, and Dust Off for the Supercharge. All of the supercharges, in regards to the supercharges here with sorcery, when it comes to sorcery, a lot of people have varying opinions about supercharges in regards at least to DPSing. Not many of them are really good. Some people try and run around with the polymorph supercharge. Basically, if you use condemn and then vengeance, you get the same result with that you're looking for with the polymorph supercharge, and so it's not really that useful of a supercharge to have. Baleful Transmogrification, I have yet to find anybody who uses this in PvE or PvP, to be honest with you. The only other supercharge that people do tend to use is Transcendence, but that is mostly healing, but we'll talk about that later. I have seen some people talk about Grand Summoning, but I don't exactly know if that is as useful as some people may say. But yeah, this is by far, sorcery is probably one of the hardest hitting DPSs in the game right now, as far as it goes towards the power damage that can be done. Ice DPS still hits really hard, and there are some people out there who can put out some massive damage with ice DPSing. But majority of the sorcery DPS guys I've seen can just demolish people with it. The majority of those people are good. As far as going back into the supercharge discussion, though. You'll see here I've got Dust Off in my loadout because I plan on using this character here to test out the usefulness of Dust Off for DPSing, getting yourself out of tight situations where you're getting piled and whatnot. The Boon of Souls power is good power, puts a shield out, and it will also put a shield around people in your group as well. To help to protect you and them from damage. When it comes to healing, particularly for PvE, a lot of the people I've seen run with this loadout here: Rejuvenate, Sacrificial Offering, Soulwell, Boon of Souls, Circle of Protection, and Transcendence as the supercharge. Some people who run with super speed, movement power, they will use Speed Drain, kind of the go-to supercharge for that movement mode, for putting out power for to help people in their group recover power. It's a very useful movement power that I suggest any super speed guys out there to spec into in regards to helping in PvP or PvE, depending on the situation. Yeah, Transcendence for healing is extremely good. It basically keeps you from taking any damage at all while you are in the middle of that animation, and on top of that, it heals you and puts out healing over time for yourself and your allies. Very good power. Circle Protection, very good power for healing. Unfortunately, though, the placement of it can be tricky at times. You have to either pan the camera straight down, look straight down to cast it if you want it around you, or if you want it around your allies, people in your group, you need to target an enemy and put it on there. The way it can sometimes be misplaced, though, when you're casting it, because it does have kind of a long cast time when you're casting it here. I'll show you real quick. The cast time is fairly long, but part of the problem with the misplacement of it is if you are targeting an enemy to cast it on, if that enemy gets knocked out of the area where you actually want it placed at, it's going to get cast on that target that you selected. So placement of it can be kind of tricky at times, especially if there's a lot of people getting knocked around. In regards to PvP for healing, this is one of the powers here that it can be very useful for hybrid builds in regards to healing and doing out damage. I have seen some sorcery guys in healer stance demolish tanks in PvP. It's something a lot of sorcery guys have done. They, specking for DPS, but running around in heal stance, attacking the tanks to bring them down. And the advantage that gives your team can be quite good, because a lot of tanks are not used to getting piled or getting hit really hard for large amount of damage in PvP arenas. So because tanks are usually the last ones to get piled whenever you go up against some of the more advanced or hardcore PvPers out there. I've seen some ice tanks whenever my buddy SSJ Carlos is PvPing with us, and he goes after the ice tanks. I've seen ice tanks just completely spam out all their immunities, reflect, winter ward, shatter restraints. They just spam them all out because they're not used to getting attacked like that. So that's one thing you might want to consider in trying out. For the healing loadout for PvP, though, I've seen several suggestions and everything, but for overall damage, if you want to be kind of like the hybrid build for it, you want to go with Weapon of Destiny, Boon of Souls, Circle of Protection, Rejuvenation, Soul Well, and Transcendence. I've seen that work a lot in PvP, and it's been worked on me a few times too. So, but that's basically what I've got for everybody in regards to sorcery healing. I hope this helps everybody out. If you have any questions, feel free to please ask me them in the comments below. Once again, I am not an expert on sorcery, so if you disagree with me, don't start coming at me for it. I'm just going by some of the advice that I have found from others, and that which has been given to me. All right, coming up here in a little bit, I will start doing the hard light DPS controller video. It's going to take me a little bit there because I got to do a lot of research on that to find a good workable loadout for it. But stay tuned, and I will have that out for you guys shortly. Until then, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe. Y'all take care. Bye.